So let's recap what we have kind of talked about so far. The Pilgrims not being able to practice their religion the way that they want in England, had left, gone to the Netherlands. That didn't work. Now they're headed over to North America. They intend to go further south into what was known as Virginia back then. That doesn't work. They end up here in Massachusetts. Okay, they end up here in Massachusetts as winter's setting in and starting. And they decide that they're going to stay there instead of travel further south to the original destination. And they're going to build a colony where they weren't intending to. So before they get off the boat, they come up with an agreement called the Mayflower Compact as to how they're going to rule their colony. They find an area of land that looks like it's been nice and cleared for them. They think it's a gift from God for them to settle. And it's really an abandoned Wampanoag village. The Wampanoag, as we learned, had been severely affected by European diseases that were brought over by explorers and traders before the Pilgrims came, killing off thousands of them and leaving many of their villages empty. And you guys already know the story of the Pilgrims pretty well. You know that they land there, it's wintertime, and they have to work to build their settlement probably at the worst time of year possible. A lot of them get sick, a lot of them die over that first winter. They try to hide the fact that they're burying the dead outside of their settlement because they know that there's natives there and that they're watching them and they don't want them to know how weak they've become. So they try to hide that fact from them. But after the winter, only about half of the first 102 passengers or settlers are left alive. Now the Wampanoags have also been weakened by disease. This is the Wampanoag territory here, okay, Cape Cod, south of where Boston now is, over to what's called Rhode Island. Okay, and the Pilgrims are up around here, I believe. Okay, so they're in the middle of Wampanoag territory and they're weak and they need help. And Wampanoag have been weakened greatly by European diseases, and their neighbors over here, the Narragansett, are also their enemies, and they have not been weakened as much. So during this time when they see the Pilgrims struggling to survive, they realize that the Pilgrims could possibly become an ally to help protect them from the Narragansett. And so the Wampanoag see an opportunity there that if they make the Pilgrims their friends, the Pilgrims have European weapons, they have connections back to Europe, that maybe they can make a relationship that would be mutually beneficial or that would help both groups. They can help the Pilgrims learn how to survive and help protect them, and the Pilgrims can help protect them from the Narragansett, and they can trade with the Pilgrims for European goods.